Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today, if you guys if you heard the little in the corner, you're probably guessing, what the heck is that? Well, it's a Jurassic World Blu-ray. So yes, we're finally covering Jurassic World. It's been a bit. I had some homework, I had some podcasts, I had some other stuff that I had to do, but I finally am reviewing Jurassic World. So just a little heads up, Fallen Kingdom is next, and then Dominion might take a little bit longer just because I gotta watch the extended edition. My dad wants to watch it, my mom wants to watch it, so I gotta wait for all of them. But anyway, just get that out of the way. Jurassic World came out in, I believe, 2015 or something like that. 2016, 2015, I don't know, something like that. And it is 2015. This is kind of a weird thing because it's got like the Blu-ray of Owen in the jungle for that, and then the second DVD is just the baby raptor, baby dinosaur in the egg from the opening scene of the movie. But, you know, Jurassic World, I always say this, I don't want that to fall. Jurassic World has always been, to me, like the Star Wars sequel trilogy. I'm not going to get all preachy, but it just, if you think about it, you know, Colin Trevorrow directed Jurassic World and Dominion. J.J. Abrams directed The Force Awakens, The Rise of Skywalker. Everyone basically loved The Force Awakens and Jurassic World. And then, of course, The Rise of Skywalker came out by J.J. Abrams. No one loved it. I loved it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's my second favorite Star Wars movie. But everyone also hated Jurassic World Dominion. I love Jurassic World Dominion. As far as my last time watching it in theaters, it's my favorite one. Now, again, I have to watch the extended version, so I'll update you on that. But and then, of course, you know, J.A. Bayona did Fallen Kingdom, Rian Johnson, The Last Jedi. So it's kind of funny how that all plans out. It was like love, really hate, and really, really hate. And for me, it's love, love, really love. Just like the sequels. So, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Anyway, I just thought I'd point that out. But Jurassic World is basically you know, how do we reboot this without actually being a reboot? How do we do that? And, well, you know, you have the familiar, I guess, like The Force Awakens, you have familiar beats. You know, you have, like, the Finn picking up a thermal detonator, or, you know, and Han Solo shoots a panel, you know, in that one scene in The Force Awakens, that, like, literally, you see the frame skip jump like they would in the original. So, you know, they have kind of stuff like that where it's, you know, raking in on your nostalgia, essentially, in a good way. And that's what this film does as well. You know, they got Tim's binocular things from the first movie. They got the music, Mr. DNA. You know, so they have stuff like that. But they also have new characters like Gray and the other guy, Zach. And then, of course, you have, you know, Claire Dearing, Owen Grady. These are going to be mainstays in the franchise, right? So it's kind of cool that we have to kind of like them. Because, you know, basically, for Chris Pratt, after the Lego movie came out in 2014, it was essentially Guardians of the Galaxy. Was his first real big live-action role. And then you get Jurassic World, which was his second, I guess, live-action, third big role. The Lego movie was his first. But it's really cool to see where this film goes. And, you know, it holds up really well. The CGI is great. I think the acting is phenomenal. If it's one thing, the Jurassic Park trilogy, JP 1, 2, 3, didn't do as well. And I know they're older movies, okay, but you look at Jurassic Park 3. You know, came out in 2001. This is 2015. So they're both in the 2000s. I know one's earlier, one's a little later, but still. It's you know, it's weird. I like Jurassic Park 3, okay, I do. That was my last review. It's not my favorite, it's probably my least favorite, but I don't hate the movie. I still like it. But there are acting moments that are a bit wonky. There are some writing choices that are a bit wonky. And, you know, in this, there really aren't any bad actors in the movie. There's really no bad lines. There's nothing, you know, this was before all the woke shite, so it was just a good, entertaining, you know, movie. And like I said, everyone's funny. I think Chris Pratt is really good as Owen Grady. Bryce Dallas Howard is good as Claire Dearing. I think everyone is really good in their roles. Again, they kind of bank on that nostalgia where, you know, InGen is kind of out to an extent. John Hammond, of course, has died, and we have, you know, this new guy, Simon Mizrahi, I believe, to kind of, you know, take over, you know, productions of the park and all that. And he's like, oh, well, you know, Jurassic World's going to be effing great. You know, it's going to be cool. We're going to have this Indominus Rex. It's going to be insane, and it's going to be amazing. And, you know, Owen's like, I don't think this is such a good idea. You know, you brought a live dinosaur into the mix. You know, oh, shit. And then, you know, stuff hits the fan. And we see some truly terrifying moments, some, you know, actual, I think, you know, every Jurassic movie has intense moments, but this one really felt it because the you know, technology, CGI, practical effects was all so extremely well done. It really did hit home, you know, the intensity level. So, you know, the Indominus Rex breaks free, shit hits the fan, we get a little, you know, character arcs for Zach and Gray, which are really cool. Of course, they connect to Owen and Claire. And then, of course, there's a big, awesome chase through the woods with the Velociraptors and how we, Blue, Charlie, Echo, Delta. We have all of those raptors now. This is really the movie where Velociraptors took, like, the big... I'd say the T-Rex is still the mainstay of the Jurassic era, but in terms of, besides Rexy, I think that, the Velociraptors, the four of them, especially Blue, they're the ones that are really, the big heavy hitters. I think Blue is kind of like BB-8 in a sense that they're like the little mascots of the franchise, which I think is kind of cool. But, again, it's violent, it's action-packed, there's some blood in there, so they definitely, it's more intense than the other ones, but all of that works because, there are dinosaurs on the loose. You have freaking, I think Jimmy Buffett, I don't know who the hell he is. It's a wine guy or a beer guy. He makes a cameo and Jurassic World's going haywire. He runs in with some drinks. So literally in that scene where that guy's running around, everyone's running around. You got extras going crazy. And, one or two of the extras looks a bit, a bit weird. But other than that, it's not too insane. Actually, I think it works. But I really did enjoy the movie. Like I said, I mean, there's really not much to hate. I think this is probably the most, I don't want to say innocent, but the least risk-taking movie, you know what I mean? It's not as insane as, Fallen Kingdom where they blow up Isla Nublar or Dominion where they have all the cast come together, I think it's really cool that this one, I played it safe, but it no pun intended, it evolved the franchise in a really, unique and cool way, where you look at it and you're like, wow, okay, I can see this being the fourth film. Not a reboot, it's the fourth film out of the, the six that we didn't know we were getting, I don't think, at that time, but whatever, it was pretty good. But overall, man, Jurassic World is a good movie. It holds up really well. Lego Jurassic World, the video game, still a freaking great, awesome game. I would have played that for this review, but I ran out of time, and I also just, Fallen Kingdom and Dominion are not in that, so I didn't want to make any weird, video games to then me, so I just figured I'd do them, all here. But I enjoyed it. Like I said, as far as negatives, I really can't think of a whole lot. I think, the nostalgia works, the acting is great, the writing is great, the action is awesome. There's, I don't know. I mean, as far as only negatives, I saw the movie for the very first time with my mom and dad in Disney World in downtown Disney, in the, movie theater they have there. Now it's called Disney Springs, but you get the idea. And we were all excited. We were there, and then I think maybe 20, 30 minutes in, when Barry is talking to Vic Hoskins about the Raptors, he's like, it's Delta. He's like, what? He's like, it's Delta. And then, of course, the whole the screen shuts off. We're like, oh, So we had to watch Barry talk about Delta to Vic for like an hour because they kept redoing the scene, and I didn't mind because I'm a franchise fanatic. I didn't have the channel at that. I didn't give a crap. I'm like, oh, it's cool, whatever. But thankfully, no one. I think it helped because we were in Disney World, I don't want to say magical place, but a happy place where you don't see assaults every day at that place. I'm just saying, there is shit that happens, but it's not as crazy as other places in the world. And it's kind of cool that, instead of people throwing a fit or, swearing or whatever, they were just like there was a guy in the front making like a T-Rex shadow puppet thing, and, where I'm doing Mr. DNA's voice, it was fun. So, that was probably my only negative, is that, the movie cut out like 8 times in a row. I had fun with it though, so I wouldn't really call it a negative, but the actual film experience, I really can't think of that many negatives. This is a very solid film, and it's probably so far, I know everyone's going to crucify me, but it is so far, in terms of Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, and, Jurassic Park 4, Jurassic World 1, this is by far the best one. And I'm not saying that because it's the newest out of the 4, it's, whatever. It genuinely is the best made. And I love Jurassic Park 1. I love it. I love The Lost World. I like Jurassic Park 3. This is, I think, the best one. And again, it's hard for me to say that without people thinking, oh, it's because it's new or it's got better CGI. I just think the execution for the plot, the acting, the writing, the action, everything was just really, really solid. So I'm going to give Jurassic World an A+. I really can't think of any negatives here. And again, I haven't given an A+ to a movie in quite a while. Probably the last one was Puss in Boots, honestly. But I enjoy it. I don't give A+s out willy-nilly. I do give A+s to a lot of movies because I love those movies. But I do have, of course, reasons why. I'm not like a biased guy who's like, oh, it's A+ because it's Jurassic World. I don't do that. If I had some genuine problems with this movie, I would tell you. But I genuinely don't. I really can't think of any negatives. And, maybe the one extra looking wonky, or, she looks the one, extra just running around like this and she's hitting a table, You get that with anything, if you look for a mistake in a movie, you're going to find something in every movie ever. But, I was just enjoying the movie. And yes, when I review these films, I do look for flaws, but I wasn't like, you know, zooming into frame 2, the bottom right-hand corner, there's a cigar on the ground, and it shouldn't, you know, it's not like the Raptor you see for one frame or one shot, like a guy in a green screen suit. You know, they forgot to take it out. Nothing like that. So it's a very solid movie, and I think the Jurassic World trilogy only gets better from here. I know Fallen Kingdom is extremely controversial. I don't really know why, but I will be covering that next. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this Jurassic World review. Again, sorry it took so long. I had homework. I am back in college again, so history class is a pain in the pooper scooper, but I am very much excited to see what happens next for this awesome franchise. I mean, I know, but I didn't see Dominion Extended, so that is something I have not seen. But don't spoil it for me, or I will be mildly upset, and you don't want to see me when I'm mildly upset. So tell me in the comments down below what you thought about Jurassic World. Again, what's your favorite Jurassic World film from World, Fallen Kingdom, and Dominion? So far, Dominion, but we'll have to see again where that stands when I finish the entire Jurassic era. Thank you guys for watching. Cannot wait to cover Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom next, and we'll see you guys in the next video.